Good afternoon. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor, for your kind words of welcome, Mr. Cuellar, for your invitation to be here, and for your tremendous leadership in the Congress of the United States. I love coming here in this week that we observe the birth of our presidents, in particular George, our founding father, and our founding mother, George Washington and Martha Washington. Since the first time I came here for this observance, I have bragged about how patriotic Laredo is, a city that is 96% Hispanic. That's a source of great pride. But to be that proud of heritage, but deeply patriotic, is an all-American idea. And I like to tell people all around the country, you may have been to observances of Washington's birthday or President's Day, but until you're in Laredo that week to see the series of events, the great emphasis that is placed on it, you haven't seen one of the most patriotic observances of our founding father and mother. The purpose of our visit now is to celebrate our country's origin, to celebrate our country's diversity. Those founders said to us, "E pluribus unum," from many one. They couldn't imagine how many we would be or how different we might be from each other, but they knew we had to be one country. And this area is so supportive of that value of our founders. I'm pleased to be here at a special time, at a time when there is a challenge to the vitality of this area. When I come here, I see it as the future, not at present too, but as the future. The young people here with their aspirations for education, the aspirations of people here for entrepreneurship, the hope, the courage, the determination to make the future better, really makes America more American. I think that some people have a fear of that, and that's why they don't understand the value of it and oppose or try to create a different impression as to what is going on here that is so important for our country. As the mayor said and Mr. Cuellar said, we do care about border security. Of course, we take an oath to protect and defend our country, our Constitution, and our country and our people. And Mr. Cuellar, he did us a great honor, all of us, by being a conferee on the recent legislation that not only opened up government, protected our borders, but paid great respect to our values. Thank you, Mr. Cuellar, for your leadership role there. For those of you who have a parochial interest specifically in the Laredo area and Rio Grande, it was important. We followed his lead on protecting the butterfly sanctuary and other environmental priorities that were here, and it was clear to us that because of the respect that he commands in the Congress, the knowledge that he has of the region, being a border member of Congress, that his word would be respected when it came to voting for the legislation. So we're all deeply in his debt for that. And that was, what are we talking about here? We're talking about not building a wall, but building a protection, again, that respects people and values. And what that meant was we would have hundreds of millions of dollars for more sophisticated scanning and detection for vehicles coming through the ports of entry, that we would have some infrastructure at the ports of entry because so much more is coming through now, that we would have other detection technologically, other places where deemed necessary on the border, that we would have provision to meet the needs of people coming through seeking asylum, whether it was for food, clothing, medical needs, and the rest. We would have funding for judges to expedite the process of people coming through. So it was all about protecting and recognizing the needs that were here, but none of them amounting to a crisis or justifying a declaration of a national emergency. And so I come here to say thank you to everyone here for the spirit of Laredo, for the patriotism of what we will celebrate tonight, tomorrow, and rest, or you already been celebrating, observing, shall we say, and also to point out that this port, and we had the opportunity to meet with David Higgerson, the director of field for the CPB, Brad Skinner, the Assistant Director of Trade Operations, and Albert Flores, the Port Director of CPB. And they told us what some of their needs were. This is a port of entry is about trade, it's about tourism. More and more now it's about immigration, and it's also about detection of things that should not be coming into the country, like drugs. The President has made a big deal about the drug issue, and that's why we have put so many resources into the detection in the bill that Mr. Cuellar played such an important role in passing. So 2 houses of Congress, Senate and the House, Democrats and Republicans, voted overwhelmingly for this smart way to provide for the needs at our border. And I thank Mr. Cuellar for the role that he played in that.